Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today there were some Senate hearings and that was regarding reauthorizing the 702 section of FISA, and you have the FBI, CIA, NSA, the big shots coming in front of this committee, Senate hearing, and asking to reauthorize this section. What does that do? It is a way of, according to some, spy on US citizens. Well, it's according to some, as I said. This video is not about that particular section 702 or FISA. I'm going to play a video where you have Senator Hawley showing us how smart Deputy Director of FBI is. His name is Paul Abbate, I think. Paul Abbate. A-B-B-A-T-E. Abbate. So that's the reason why I make this video. I encountered a lot of friends, acquaintances, who are very, very keen of, very in love, that's the best word, of FBI agents, CIA agents, NSA agents. They're fantastic. Some of them are. But the problem is this. As a director of this kind of institution, let's say FBI, you should be very intelligent. After all, it's Federal Investigation, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the other one is Central Intelligence Agency. So they deal with this. So you got to be very smart, very, very smart. Now we have this Paul Abbate being very dumb, and Senator Hawley is going to show us how this guy is going to get trapped. He traps himself in an easy question. So let me go over this. I'm doing this to show you that those guys over there should be much better than they are. There are some of them that are very good, but some of them that are very dumb. Unfortunately, I think some of the promotion criteria to get in charge of CIA, FBI, and other departments is not the one that you're the smartest and the most capable one. There are other ways. I know you know me, we go fishing, we go, and so on. So let's see this article first, coming from Gizmodo. And it's from today, 5 hours ago. This is June 13, 2023. The CIA is begging Congress to please keep spying on US citizens legal. Officials from the CIA, FBI, and NSA are expected to urge lawmakers during a Senate hearing to reauthorize Section 702 of FISA. So on this, you have high-level officials from CIA, FBI, and NSA testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee today, asking Congress to continue allowing the agency to spy on the communications of U.S. citizens, according to these guys. They are urging Congress to reauthorize Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, one of the nation's most hotly contested government surveillance programs. Intelligence agencies have long cited the powerful 2008 FISA provision as an invaluable tool to effectively combat global terrorism, but critics, including an increasing number of lawmakers from both parties, say those same agencies have morphed to provision into an unchecked, warrantless domestic spying tool. The provision is set to expire at the end of this year. Okay, and now we have this video that I picked. I will have two, but only this one now. This comes from Forbes, and it says, shock moment. FBI official admits document alleging Biden took $5 million in bribes exists to Hawley. Now they say here this guy is FBI, Deputy FBI Director Paul Abbate. Okay, he's going to talk about the FD 1023 form about the Biden family. So this senator is going to ask the FBI Director, Deputy FBI Director about the document. It's not about, I don't care about It's just to see the mind process of this Deputy FBI Director. And he is dumb as a rock. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Hawley.
He's not playing dumb. He is.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Abbate, let me just stay with you. You just
I'm
started
going to comment.
answer Senator Blackburn's question that not releasing the 1023 or talking about it as a matter of life and death. Question of life and death, you said. Explain.
It is potentially a question of life and death
For whom?
with regard to the source of the information.
I told you many times that when these guys don't want to release a document, they will say it will jeopardize people's securities, employees, agents, and they cannot redact certain things. It's usually it is a confidential and all that. But there are ways to release it. So they hide behind things, not wanting to release certain information. So, but Hawley is smarter than this weasel, and this guy should be smarter than Hawley. He's an intelligence chief over here. Actually, he's a Federal Bureau of Investigation. He investigates. Or at least he had to.
So, okay, so now we've confirmed that the document exists. That's progress.
Caught him like an idiot. He asked the question and he idiot confirmed. But it's not a secret.
The FBI director initially denied that it exists. Why did he do that?
We have already and previously
And look at his eyes, how he's quickly blinking. That means he is stressed.
Because the FBI director initially denied that it exists. Why did he do that?
we have already and previously acknowledged the existence of the documents.
Yeah, after you first denied it. Now, when a member...
Did you see? We already, we agreed, we confirmed, after you first denied.
Committee read it. Right, the FBI director, let's just get the record straight. The FBI director initially said it doesn't exist. Then Senator Grassley said, I've read it. Then he said, oh, okay, well, gotcha.
Isn't that lying under oath? Isn't that a felony?
Yes, it does exist. Now you're going back and forth with members of this committee what's in it. Why don't you just release it? Is it classified?
Is it classified?
The document is not classified.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you commit to releasing it?
The answer should be yes or no, but let's see.
Senator, we'll take that back and we will work with you and this committee.
How about just a yes or no? Will you commit to releasing this unclassified document that alleges that the President of the United States, has taken $5 million or more in bribes from a foreign nation?
The document has already been released pursuant to a subpoena to the House Oversight Committee.
Has it been released to this committee?
We will work with this committee within the parameters that are established to meet.
Will you
the
release the
request.
document to the public? It's unclassified. Don't you think the American people have a right to see it?
Senator, the document, as you know, contains sensitive information.
Okay, sensitive information. We're not going to release it because of that. So F you, basically. And the guy says, okay, redact it. Make it in such a way that it's not going to disclose, confidential information or names or so on.
That has bearing on the
Life.
of the source of the information, potentially.
You can redact the source's name. We do this all the time.
In some instances, Senator, and I know you know this, that is not sufficient to protect.
He is going to attack, this wizard is going to attack Hawley to protect, and he's going to say something. Listen here.
People. And that's what we strive and work to do each and every day. And I hope you would take that seriously too.
Oh, you would take that seriously too, like we do. So this was an attack. So he said, well, we try to protect people, and I think you take that seriously as we do. It's unbelievable. But hey, that's the way he's trying.
People. And that's what we strive and work to do each and every day. And I hope you would take that seriously too.
Oh, I take it very seriously. But I also take seriously the fact that your institution has repeatedly abused its authority.
Now, Hawley is going to attack the FBI and is going to talk about certain kind of, he called them illegal acts that FBI might have engaged in, and he's going to catch the FBI guy totally unprepared, and the FBI guy is going to give three different answers to one question under oath here in front of this guy. That's how smart he is.
Repeatedly targeted political opponents. Your institution is the one that went to the door of pro-life protesters with SWAT teams to try and intimidate people because of their speech. Your institution is the one that treated parents as domestic terrorists because of their speech. Your institution is the one that, according to the court, the FISA court, ran 278,000 unwarranted, probably illegal queries on Americans.
This is it. Listen how he's going to catch the weasel with this.
Right?
Right?
That was your institution, correct?
And the guy is going to try to defend the 270 some queries.
With respect to the compliance incidents, yes, some of the other things you cited, we can take them one by one. They are not.
Compliance.
Compliance.
You would characterize the unlawful querying 278,000 times of American citizens as
270,000 times.
Compliance issues?
We've said before, I've said that it's totally unacceptable.
Who's been fired for it?
Yeah.
Individuals involved are handled through the disciplinary process.
Who's
Who's been
fired?
fired for it?
We have
None, zero.
The unintentional instance
Unintentional.
where something similar happened. We have fired people in the past.
Wait, I'm sorry. What does that word salad mean? The unintentional instance where what does that mean? Who's been fired for the 278,000
Who's gonna
times
catch him?
that you improperly or illegally queried the database for American citizens? Anybody?
When we find intentional incidents,
Well, you're saying that the 278,000 queries were unintentional?
Unintentional.
I believe that's correct.
Did you hear that? So he thinks that 270,000 times it was unintentional. And he said, listen to this. He was going to change these 3 times, this little weasel.
Wow. 278,000 times American citizens' information was queried by your agency unintentionally?
Answer.
That's your testimony?
I would want to go back and check that, Senator. But
Well, that's what you just told me.
My understanding is that the vast majority of
Vast majority.
Different. You just said it was. You just said it was unintentional. Now it's the vast majority. Which is it? Do you know?
I would want to go back and check it.
So you don't know?
My understanding is that likely all were unintentional.
Listen to this.
Likely all. So first it was all of them, then it was vast majority. Now it's likely all. So you don't know is the answer to the question.
I don't know the answer as we sit here today, but I will
Could have
find out.
started
and I
with
will
that
get back to
probably.
you.
Who was fired for the lies to the FISA court for the Carter Page warrant? Who was fired for that? Anybody? Has anybody been held accountable for your institution deliberately lying to a FISA court to get a wiretap on an ongoing presidential campaign?
There is an ongoing disciplinary process with respect to individuals involved in that.
Here's the deal. You're back in front of us asking for the reauthorization of extraordinary
He's gonna catch him again.
authorities. Multiple courts have uncovered extraordinary abuses perpetrated by your agency. You are at the same time concealing information about serious allegations made against the President of the United States, even as your institution also targets his chief political opponent in an unprecedented way. Why would we ever give you the blank check that you want to continue surveilling American citizens in an improper manner? Why would we ever do that?
Senator, we're here to talk about.
Look, okay, so here, Hawley said, you come here to ask for an authorization for that. And this guy, we are not for that, this weasel says. We're not for the Section 702 authorization. We are for, and guess what he's going to say? And Hawley says, no, we're not for what you say we are here for. Listen to this guy.
Reforms today. I did
Let me
get
just go back here.
confirmation. We're here to talk about reforms today. I did get confirmation.
No.
American citizens in an improper manner. Why would we ever do that?
Senator, we're here to talk about reforms today. I did get
Reforms.
confirmation that the query.
No, we're not. We're here to talk about the reauthorization of Section 702. Why would we reauthorize it, given your track record of abuse and illegal improper surveillance and political targeting? Why would we do that? Why would it be appropriate for this body to do that?
Now, here is my friends. This is the Deputy FBI Director. He's not a doorman, he's not a driver of a limousine. He is the creme de la creme. Do you think he did a great job in his answers in front of a senator? Remember, even Lindsey Graham is a senator, or even Mr. Fatterman from Pennsylvania is a senator nowadays. So you shouldn't be intimidated, right? And you are an FBI agent, former in the territory, with education, with experience, with knowledge. You've seen, you talked, you interviewed people, criminals, all kind of investigations. And this senator gets you on 2 occasions at least, and you say 3 things like all of them likely and some or most or what? You don't even know. And then we're gonna jeopardize the safety. Okay, yeah, and it's very important to us. I hope it's very important to you. Now, whenever you watch movies, that's the part of the reason why I'm making this video. When you watch movies again, and you see over there some very, very intelligent, all knowledgeable, all powerful or big, this FBI or CIA or whatever law enforcement agent being the think of this guy. This is the best they have right there. That guy is the best. Is the best of the best, like the world champion. And the rest are these guys. So when you're gonna see another guy portrayed over there, an FBI director, yes, I think coming with something, think of this guy. So what I'm saying is drop, if you have it this high for this guy, drop it much, much lower. All right? Unless you meet them face to face and they ask you questions. And when you ask you questions, you answer, you realize, like another guy did in 1946, 47, and his name was Rudolf Hess. Remember Rudolf Hess? If you don't, just Google him. Rudolf Hess was interrogated by an American, I think it was a colonel, a major, one of the two. So he was not a sergeant, and I'm not disrespectful, but he was a high-ranking U.S. officer with, I think, degrees in psychology and whatever. He was interrogating Hess. And Hess was writing after each interrogation in his diary, "Today I met a person," referring to this guy, "who knows too little." That means he's not ready. It's like you have, let's say, you commit a crime, God forbid, and your toddler asks you questions about the crime. Now that's kind of like what's going on here. You have to be smart, prepared, and experienced. And this guy showed us the level. I mean, why should I wait for other to come and say, no, wait. You see, Gigi is very smart. Well, Gigi might be smart. And I'm pretty sure that there are very, very smart agents over there in any business. Even the FBI, CIA, NSA, and so on. Police officers and so on. I met some of them. But I also met some of this guy. And even worse. So if you look at this little video, just realize these are guys over there. When you think of them, they're not creme de la creme. Maybe they're creme de la creme on brown nosing or taking it. It depends. Okay, there are many ways you get promotions, and it seems like a new society is not by your abilities in the field that you are supposed to actually get promoted. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.